Hi, everyone. My name is Diana Keller. I'm a customer success manager with Sentrilock. And today I'm going to be going over some best practices with the SentryGuard lockbox and reviewing how to utilize your lockbox when you are at a showing. So what you see on the screen is the PowerPoint that we went through during the training, but I'm going to go through it again and just really walk through some, as I said, best practices to remember and some tips and tricks as you're utilizing the lockboxes. So first and foremost, on your app, you do see at the top, it says press enter on the lockbox to open. That is if you're utilizing the Bluetooth. Down at the bottom, there's a blue button that says touch and show. That would be if you're utilizing the NFC technology. To begin, I want to let you know that the NFC technology, that touch and show, I'm going to rename it to kind of touch and hold. And what you want to do is when you're utilizing the app and the NFC to access the lockbox, what you want to do is you want to take your phone and you want to hold it right here. You're not going to just tap it and take it away. You want to tap it and hold and leave it there until you hear the beep and until the key compartment opens. So if you're utilizing the NFC technology, first and foremost, take your phone and hold it right here. You're going to be holding it right around the circle at the bottom of the lockbox. It is not the Sentrilock logo at the top. It is the circle down at the bottom. And like I said, you're going to take your phone and you're really just going to hold it there until you hear the lockbox open. I'm going to focus today more on utilizing the Bluetooth to access the lockbox because that is what most people are utilizing to access the lockboxes. So to begin, you have the app open on your phone and it says press enter on the lockbox to open. So I have the app pulled up on my phone. I have the lockbox open. So what I want to begin with is you have both pieces ready to go. So as I said, I have the app open on my phone. You can see, I don't know if you can actually see, but I have it open to the home screen. And then I'm going to take the lockbox and then I'm going to press enter. Once I press enter on the lockbox, you're going to see that the app asks for your PIN, Touch ID, or Face ID. Usually takes about 10 to 15 seconds. And then once that pops up, I'm going to input my PIN number and hit open lockbox. After that, the key compartment is going to open. Okay. One of the best practices that I indicated was you want to access the key in the key compartment, open the door, return the key to the key bin and close it. Now, something to keep in mind is this Bluetooth light, once that's initiated, it lasts for about 45 seconds before it times out. Now, if you leave the app open on your phone, it might still connect, so it might flash for a while. Some things that you can do to keep it from flashing is to just leave the app on your phone, okay, but turn off the phone. And I don't mean turn off, like turn it all the way off, just like turn it so it goes back to your phone home screen, or you can just get it so it's at the black screen like this. So it takes you back to your lock screen. Once you do that, like I said, the Bluetooth will eventually time out after about 45 seconds. However, if you leave the home screen up on your app, leaving the home screen up on your app plus being near the Bluetooth, they're going to remain connected. So one of the most common questions that I've been receiving is how do I get the Bluetooth to stop flashing? Well, like I said, we can move our app to like our lock screen or move our phone to our lock screen or move our phone to our phone home screen separate from the app. But those are ways to kind of get that to disconnect. Other ways to create a disconnect is to turn off the Bluetooth on your phone. You can turn that off and then turn it back on when you're ready for it. Now, I've been talking for at least 45 seconds, so you actually can see that the app or that the lockbox is no longer flashing. So I'm actually going to move on to kind of the next part of this best practice. So we access the lockbox, we received this success screen. There was all that information that gives you feedback or information regarding that lockbox, regarding that property. But when I went over in training, I indicated that one of the best things that you can do is manually end your showing. So when you're ready to leave, you can hit that manually end showing button, that stopwatch in the top right-hand corner. And when you do that, it's going to ask you if you need to extract the key or if you need to open the lockbox to do what you need to do. Now I have it pulled up on my phone. Once I hit return key, it's going to once again ask me to press enter on the lockbox. So I'm going to press enter on the lockbox. Once again, that Bluetooth light starts flashing. It'll take about 10 to 15 seconds to connect to our phone. It asks for my PIN, Touch ID, Face ID. I hit open lockbox, and then the lockbox opens. Now, a question that I have received is, what happens when I'm walking away from the property? I've opened the key compartment to return the key to the key bin, and I want to close it, and now I'm leaving the property. But the Bluetooth light is still flashing. How can I make sure that my phone doesn't inadvertently reopen the lockbox? There's a few different ways. One, you can actually just close your app. Now that you have successfully done what you need to do, you can actually force close your app, get it off of your phone. The second thing is you can turn off the Bluetooth on your phone because that severs the connection. But most importantly, all you need to do is just not go back to that Sentrilock home screen. Because when you're at the Sentry Key Real Estate, when you're on the app, when you're on the home screen and the Bluetooth is flashing, now it already stopped, but when the Bluetooth is flashing, when those two things occur, then the lockbox is looking to open. Of course, it will ask for your PIN, Touch ID, or Face ID first, but those two things coinciding is what causes the lockbox to open. So if you don't want the lockbox to open, just don't be on the home screen of the app. You can force close the app. You can turn off your Bluetooth. You can just have a black screen on your phone like this. And then there's one other tip and trick that I want to share with you. You can cause the lockbox to error out. So now let me just show you. When I hit on enter on the lockbox, the Bluetooth light starts flashing. If I want the Bluetooth light to stop flashing, all I have to do is hit enter, function 3, enter. And what that does is that actually causes an error. That's what that red flash is. When you cause an error in the lockbox, it actually stops the Bluetooth light from flashing. As you can see, it's not flashing anymore. So if you ever want the Bluetooth to stop flashing, hitting enter, function 3, enter will actually cause that. So again, ways to stop the Bluetooth from connecting. You can turn the Bluetooth off on your phone. You can force close the app. You can go to the home screen or lock screen of your phone, or you can do enter, function 3, enter to cause it to stop flashing on the lockbox itself versus the app. All right, guys, I hope that this video was helpful for you to understand kind of how you can get that Bluetooth to work in conjunction with the lockbox in the phone. If you have any questions, I would refer you to our Sentrilock help page, sentrilock.com/help, which has a ton of 2- and 3-minute videos to go over the most important information. If you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to our support team as they will be able to help you. Thank you so much for watching this video. And as I said, if you have questions, reach out to our support team. Thanks.